Welcome back to High Story Cooking Classes, where history is delicious, calories are justified, and recipes are older than written complaints. Today's hero is Churchkhela, a Georgian dessert made from juice and nuts, or as people also called it, Georgian Snickers, which is adorable because Churchkhela existed thousands of years before Snickers. It survived without marketing, wrappers, and surprise peanuts. Churchkhela comes from the time when sugar wasn't cheap, refrigerators didn't exist, and energy bar meant something you could survive a war with. This dessert was invented when food had to be portable, nutritious, and emotionally supportive during wintertime. You'll find Churchkhela all over Georgia, especially in wine regions. You'll also see similar versions in neighboring countries, but Georgians will smile politely and say, yes, but ours is the correct one. Now let's look at the ingredients, because this recipe proves that minimalism existed long before Instagram kitchens. For Churchkhela, we need pomegranate or grape juice, hazelnuts, walnuts, flour, needle and thread. Yes, this is first recipe where your grandmother and your tailor both approve. Thread hazelnuts and walnuts onto a strong string. Leave a hook on one end for hanging. If you've ever wanted to feel like a medieval craftsman and a chef, this is your moment. Also, if nut falls on the floor, just pretend it's for the shepherds. Take a half of the juice and mix it with flour until smooth. This is fruit juice turning into sauce, or as ancient Georgian called it, let's trust the process. Boil the remaining juice for 20-30 minutes until thick and concentrated. At this stage, don't leave the kitchen. Ancient recipes don't forgive distractions or phones. And while this juice transforms, let's talk about why the Georgians even had all this juice in the first place. Georgia has been making wine for over 8,000 years. That's older than Rome, older than France, older than any arguments on the internet. After winemaking, the Georgians looked at the leftovers and said, throw it away? Absolutely not! So they used leftover grape or fruit juice, added local nuts, and created a dessert that could last months. This wasn't dessert for pleasure. This was dessert for cold winters, mountain work, long days, and longer nights. Basically, Churchkhela is what happens when dessert has responsibilities. And now that history has been fully fermented, let's go back to the pot. Slowly mix flour mixture into boiled juice. Stir constantly. If lumps appear, stir faster and whisper apologize. Cook for 5-10 minutes until shiny, thick and smooth.
Dip shredded nuts fully into the mixture. Lift carefully. Now it starts to look like a dessert or a medieval candle. Hang for 5–10 minutes until the surface becomes springy. Dip again for thickness, because ancient Georgians believed in layers, both in clothing and desserts. Hang in a warm, dark place, dry for 5–7 days. Yes, you wait. Yes, it's worth it. No, it's not fast food. And while our Churchkhela patiently hangs, like history itself, let's talk about who depended on it most. Churchkhela was essential for shepherds and warriors. It was lightweight, durable, didn't spoil, didn't complain. Perfect for people who walked for days, fought battles, and didn't have time for desserts with opinions. One Churchkhela could feed you, energize you, and look good hanging from your belt. Honestly, very efficient. And after all this waiting, it's finally time to eat history. Look at the cross-section. Nuts inside, fruit outside. No nonsense. The taste? Sweet, nutty, chewy. No sugar crush, no regrets, just quiet satisfaction. And maybe an urge to conquer something. Next time, on High Story Cooking Classes, we're making a dish made from simple and affordable ingredients that anyone can find. No drama, no luxury. Just the proof that good food doesn't need money. Just wisdom and patience. Like, subscribe, and remember, some desserts melt, others survive centuries. See you next time on High Story Cooking Classes. New episodes every Saturday.